about Thursday. Things all sort of turned a bit pear-shaped by the end of last week. As many of you may have realised, I know that Brendan, the crew at the mill, needed to step into the breach and send out some emails to fill you in. We've had a good number of the team, and we still do have a number of the team down on COVID isolation, but including my little mate over my shoulder there. I can confirm, though, I have been on video call with her this morning. She is alive, abated a bit snotty, but she is good. She is very, very good. And yes, we're a bit light on the ground with boots on the ground. And of course, some of you may have seen on Friday that our Damien left us. Him and his partner Penny are moving off to new adventures further down the island, which is really wonderful for them. But we're so sad to lose our Damo. So it's all full on and hands to the pump. Good news is I'll get the delivery update out of the way while we're all piling in. The good news is the team have really we closed the shop. For those who are local, you may have realised that we closed the shop Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week, and then literally put all our resources into the warehouse to get those orders out. And as of they're now literally, you're just packing that last day for the order. Yep. So the evening from 7:30 p.m. onwards for Sunday has been packed literally as we speak. And we hope that once they take lunch breaks and head into the afternoon, that we will be packing our first orders post Epic sale, which is wonderful news. And the nice thing about that also is that following week, which includes all the nicks, was much, much lighter in volume and traffic, which means that we should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've set ourselves a bit of a target that hopefully by the end of Wednesday, we will be pretty darn close to having everything through to the end of March all tidied up, which would be wonderful. And we'll be able to catch up a lot more significantly after that. So that is great news. We're really happy about that. It's been COVID certainly has complicated the sale this year, but c'est la vie. It is. We just have to carry on and keep a smile on our faces. And I know so many of you have been getting your orders, and thank you so much for posting those up and posting up what you're knitting in the Skeinz Speakeasy. I'm noticing a few new voices, a few new people in the chat this morning. If you don't know what the Skeinz Speakeasy is, it is the best little place in Facebook. It is our Facebook group, and that's where all the action in the chat happens. So do make sure you join the Speakeasy. The new theme, I've just written this down. I didn't realise, 4th of April. The new theme for the month is going to be warm. I'm in the shop this morning. I've just got Veronica in there covering me so I could chat to you, but this afternoon I will make sure that I'll get that theme up, draw our winners from last month, and I'll make sure that the draw covers and extends through to today, just in case anyone put up anything a little bit later, so I can do that as well. But warm is what is going to be the theme, since things are starting to get a little bit chilly here and there. So I think that will be lots of fun. And I don't know about you, but I've literally just been in the shop for an hour now. I've had 3 people in, all wanting to start blankets. So I just think that's actually quite a nice theme. A lot of people are starting to sort of think about that larger project knitting and something sort of really lovely and snuggly and to get working into. Oh, actually, speaking of which, how's your slip stitch mosaic crochet jobby going? It's going. Heather is our crochet guru, right? And our Heather, well, Heather is just uber crafty on everything. So I had this is how organized Heather is. Heather has got children, a number of us have got kids, and it's the kids that are harbingers of pestilence and disease, we've discovered. So Heather is so prepared. She is waiting for her little sprats to go down. So she's had all of these things planned for when she's on isolation, and then you did half of it over the weekend. Anyway, so you're going to have to do more projects. Need more wool, exactly. So she's doing a blanket. I'm doing, I finally managed over the weekend to get 2 little half-hour vignettes to work on my blankie. And I am just still blankying. I did say to Heather this morning that I think I will need to pull finger and get back onto the jumper, which I will do once I just find I need clear headspace. I don't know whether you guys are like that. I just need, a little bit of headspace, because I know once I do it, I've already done the back and the sleeves and one sleeve, and the second sleeve will be a doddle. It's super easy, but just there's so much going on at the moment that I just find that I hate starting something like that where I have to pick up, put down, pick up, put down. I just lose my rhythm. I lose my flow. I don't like losing my flow, which is why I do like my blankies, my scrappy blanks, because it doesn't matter. I can pick up, I can put down, I can pick up. I mean, I had all the ponchos that I've done, they can go months. They can be sitting, hibernating for forever, and then I can pick it back up and not worry about where I am in a pattern or remembering what I have to do, which I quite like. So I'm up to, put the bag down. So what I'm doing, for those who are catching up, is I started this blanket ages ago. Well, it didn't actually start out as a blanket. We were doing some colour trials on a yarn. So that's that center portion there. And some of you actually picked some of this yarn up, got this in Lucky Dip. So the remainder of this yarn ended up in Lucky Dip. And then I sort of did because we just wanted to see, we knit. So when we do anything like this, just giving you an idea of our process, we will often get these yarns in as sort of trials and samples. So we play around with it. So we'll often, we've got a quick little knitting machine that we'll bang out a square to see how it looks in a piece of fabric. Sometimes we will knit up something smaller or do it in the round to see what it looks like. The hook will come out and we'll do something like this to see what it looks like in terms of colouring, colour distribution and crochet. And I just thought that was so pretty. I thought, and I had they'd done off a big ball as a sample at the mill. And I thought, that's quite pretty. So I did, this nice big square. So I was like, and then I thought, Betty, I'm going to keep going. So then I sort of had lots of little scrappy bits. And that's the colour graduation there. And I suddenly realised I've got a whole load of leftover little scrappy printed and or variegated or plied yarn. So that is the theme for the blanket. So there is no solid colour in this blanket. Everything is either a print or a pulse. You'll see there's pulse strobe there. There's a little bit of disco there left over from my hitchhiker. We've got a little bit of homespun rocking and rolling here. Right next to actually a little bit of, would you believe that's a little bit of acrylic, a little bit of Barocco left over from a poncho. And I am now onto this little happy chap there. Isn't that pretty? This is actually a single skein of Malabrigo that I've had in stash forever. And before you go, wow, Marie, you're putting a Malabrigo in there. I suddenly thought, why not, actually? I mean, I've got enough cowls and hats and gloves to keep me going into next century, honestly. And I mean, usually if I have a single skein like this, I've got a beret pattern, like a beret that I whip up, a hat. And I just suddenly thought, but this fits perfectly with this. So that is, I started onto that one over the weekend. So that has been quite satisfying, actually. And it's been nice to sort of play around and do this and have that sort of mindset. Yeah, and Wendy's just saying, I thought I was so over granny blankets, but I love the idea. Look, yeah, and that's just it, Wendy. Wendy, I'm lazy. I don't do squares. I only do a square because I just can't be asked sewing it up. So this literally is the world's biggest granny square, and I just keep going until I have had enough, basically. This one is actually a little denser than I usually do. Usually I do a DK yarn on a 5mm hook. I've actually deliberately done a 4mm hook on this one. So as you can see, it's the little cheeses there are a little bit denser than usual, and I wanted a denser blanket for this. So that was actually a very deliberate decision on my part. So that's where I'm at, really. And actually, and speaking of the themes of the blanket, oh gosh, now I'm hooking up my lanyard in there. Themes of blankets. Veronica has finally finished her baby blanket this morning. Many of you know our Veronica that works here as well, and she has been working on a baby blanket using the alpaca 3-ply. And I think satin was the colour she had. It's a very soft, purpley, lilac-y monochromes. Finished it and blocked it over the weekend. Got amazing. It's so incredible. So I kind of just suddenly thought that warm seemed like a really apropos theme. Yeah, so it is just, it's really, really lovely. It's so good to see everyone here this morning. I just, honestly, it's good to catch up. Oh, and everyone's test knitting. Yes. Oh, Sian, DHL have notified your deliveries on the way. Yes, all of those DHLs went out on Friday. We wanted to get those out before the weekend. Una, sorry to hear that. Glad you've sent an email. Yes, we will work through that. And we've got 1,000,001. I have to actually address that. We have 1,000,001 emails because we've got so many of us down and we've piled all our resources in the back. Those we are slowly working through those. So hopefully I'll be able to get to definitely the web-based inquiries today as well. That's the is what we're up to. Angela's asking, is mosaic like complex colour work? No, mosaic is essentially a slip stitch technique. So you use mosaic often in knitting and you use slip stitches, which creates an elongated stitch to move colour work from one row above into another row or below, depending on, but usually above. And you can also do it in crochet. Now, that's what Heather's doing. She found this mosaic crochet that she likes the look of. So she's found this pattern, and I mean, this is how Heather rolls. I mean, she'll see something, go, oh, I like the look of that, and then she'll look it up on YouTube, and then she makes it happen. It's because she has a young brain, not like old brain like mine. Yes, so that's what she's doing. And it looks amazing. I've seen photos of the beginnings of it. It's incredible. Heather, honestly, she throws her hand at anything. It's quite amazing what she gets up to. So that's what she's been playing around with as well. I did have a load of other things that I did have to tell you. I've got a list. That was the other thing that I had in my list. We've got more a whole heap of yarns coming in from the mill at the minute. So there have been some out of stocks that we're hoping to be able to address some of those very soon. Just sort of all basic backfill kind of things. And I've got to turn that off. Basic backfill. And I'll just do... There we go. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Let's try that. Peace. Brain engaged. Yes, so that we should be having some backfills, but we've also got some new yarn as well. Some really gorgeous. Southlander bulky, Tabitha, I know. Funny you should mention Southlander bulky, Tabitha. In fact, Southlander wasn't it high on our conversation of stock ups this morning, wasn't it? Yeah, so Southlander is one of the ones that we are waiting to get some stuff through. I do know that there is Southlander coming through because we've got some new colours of Southlander coming definitely in May. Have we got some out there? Heather's just saying she thinks like blue came in. So yes, restocks, there are definitely restocks going to happen. There's quite a bit, actually, a whole heap, hey? Yeah. So the mill have been catching up as well. So that will be, so do look out for those. I am madly at the moment doing the price increases. I know I warned you about those. When did I warn you about them? I warned you about those a few weeks back. So I think I'm just working through the orbs at the minute, and then they're all up and running. So I'm so sorry. We hate putting prices up, but we just have to. So those are getting worked through at the minute. And yeah, look out for later in the month. There will be some new yarns cropping up. So we're really the aim is to have them all up, ready and rock and rolling for Easter, which will be loads of fun. I know lots of people love to do some Easter knitting when they have some time. So the plan is to get them up and going for Easter. And there's actually, speaking of warm, one of them is a brand new alpaca yarn in 14 ply. So if you're wanting to do some blankets, this stuff will be absolutely the crack. Absolutely the crack. It will be amazing. Absolutely amazing. So do look out for that. Little Amy, you're asking a pearl or black pearl on the horizon. Not for 2022. On that. It will probably be back 2023. Usually we do year on, year off, year on, year off with those. But at this stage, no, it's not in the production plan for this year. And that's just largely due to because we don't have the recycled fibre to be able to do it. But it is, as soon as we get a quorum of fibre, we stick it back into the plan. But I do know that we're literally day 4 into our new year, our new yarn year, and it's not in the production plan for the rest of this calendar year. So I can tell you that. Brain Engage, yes. So that 14 ply alpaca, amazing, it's coming. We've also got some new. There's the incognito that many of you snapped up. There are 2 more prints that actually turned up. So you had some of the prints that came out for the sale. There were 2 prints that didn't get to us in time. So they will be arriving, and we will actually put those up. They will be, and I've seen one of them particularly gorgeous, really, really pretty. So those. What else did I see out there? And then we've actually got a couple of other little special Marie things that might crop up as well as the month rolls on. So there is still plenty of really yummy things to come, and make sure you sort of get that knitting out and enjoy what you're doing and just have some fun with it. So that is where we're at this stage. Don't forget, we do actually have pattern leaflets now, so we've got plenty of pattern leaflets available from Truly Myrtle. So if you'd like something in physical hard copy, but also too, don't forget your local libraries. If you're wanting to find a pattern and get stuck into something and you just are going down an online rabbit hole and you can't find what you want, take some time out and visit your local library and see what they've got in their knitting sections. You will be surprised. Also, the other thing too is don't be afraid to go and visit your local charity or op shop and see what they've got there too, particularly if you're wanting to go a little bit retro. That's always loads of fun as well. Right, I'm going to stop talking so I can get out and relieve the girls back in the shop. And I'm so glad that you were able to join me. I will be back on Thursday, barring no major disasters again. The plan is to have the shop open this week, and it means that if you're looking for a pickup in store, and I've been doing a whole heap of those today, yes, we're pretty much to the end of the sale for pickups in store, and then that way, and I would say by the end of this week, everything through to the end of the next launch will be there as well. So that is really, really good. Oh gosh, very ancient patterns, Kathy. Yeah, we definitely have an archive of those, Kathy. So if you want to give them a home, we won't say no. We have an archive here, and I love sharing those with people. So that'd be awesome. Thank you. All right, take care, everyone. I will be back again on Thursday, and hopefully the rest of the week at your place goes well. Until then, take care. Bye.